A former Turkish football chief has been sentenced to more than 3.5 in prison for attacking a referee last season. Former MKE Ankara president Faruk Koca launched a vicious assault on Halil Umut Meler when he stormed onto the pitch following his side's 1-1 draw against Koca Rizespor in the Super League on December 11, 2023. Meler, who fell to the ground after being punched by Koca, was also kicked in a melee that occurred when fans similarly invaded the field after Rizespor scored a last-minute equalizer in the game on the 11th of December 2023. Referee Meler was later pictured battered and bruised and wearing a neck brace in hospital, with the incident causing outrage and leading to a suspension of the Turkish top flight. And in a court in Ankara on Monday, Koca was convicted of intentionally wounding a public official and handed a jail term of 3 years and 7 months as per the Anadolu agency. Koca was also found guilty of threatening the official and of violating laws at preventing violence in sport, although those sentences were suspended. The Anadolu agency went on to report that 3 others were sentenced to prison terms for attacking Umut, with their sentences ranging from 1 to 5 years. Koca had resigned as club president shortly after the chaos unfolded and was briefly jailed before he was then released on bail. He is expected to appeal the sentence. The report claimed lawyers representing the defendants said the attack had happened after unjust provocation. At the time, Ankara were fined a million Turkish lira £45,000 and forced to play 5 home games without fans. The incident had been widely condemned in the media, with one outlet branding it as a night of shame for Turkish football. After being treated in hospital, Meler was subsequently discharged with a reported swelling and small fracture, as pictures showed him waving to a crowd gathered outside the hospital's entrance. Following the match official's release from hospital, Turkish Football Federation President Mehmet Büyükekşi revealed the league would be suspended in a bid to protect its officials. He wrote, "The main mission of all of us is to keep football ahead of everything else and to protect it as an area where all stakeholders feel safe. There is no room for violence in this attitude. What happened in the Ankara Rizespor match is completely unacceptable. We remind you that we will have zero tolerance in any such incident on or off the field, and that we will not allow attacks or disproportionate pressure on our referees, who are an important part of the game." Koca later announced his resignation as president of Ankara, a post he had held since 2021, and admitted he felt great embarrassment for his actions and was stepping down to prevent any further harm to the club. However, it had been earlier reported that he claimed he had not been responsible for the fractured eye socket suffered by the official, adding his intent was to spit in the referee's face. "My aim was to react verbally to the referee and spit in his face," Koca had allegedly said, as reported by CNN Turk. "At this time, I slapped the referee in the face. The slap I gave did not cause a fracture. After the slap I gave, the referee stood for about 5 to 10 seconds, then threw himself on the ground. They immediately removed me from the scene because of my heart disease. Other than that, I am not aware of any incident that took place." Meanwhile, referee Meler issued a statement at the time after being rushed to hospital, claiming Koca had threatened his life. "Faruk Koca punched me under my left eye and I fell to the ground. While I was on the ground, they kicked my face and other parts of my body many times," Meler said. "Faruk Koca told me and my fellow referees, 'I will finish you.' Addressing me in particular, he said, 'I will kill you,' Meler added. He later insisted to Turkish media that he would not forgive Koca for his actions. "No, I did not forgive Koca. I will not forgive," he told Turkish media. "The person who did this punched me. I collapsed and fell to the ground. But the actual kicking while I was on the ground will be something I will never forget for the rest of my life."